Good evening and thank you for joining us. Local officials gathered this past week to discuss ways to enhance the prevention of injury and disability at work. Lakehead University's second annual Research into Action conference was hosted by LU's EPID Research Institute. Jaden Billick has this story.
The second annual research conference, hosted at the Italian Cultural Center, was a way to bring community members together to not only share findings, but to engage with the public to better understand what action researchers will take in the future. Professor in the Department of Health Sciences at Lakehead University, Vicki Chrisman says one of their specific focuses was on mental health.
I know there's sort of a theme with a lot of our presentations that focus on that area, but also equity, diversity, and inclusion, and also knowledge mobilization and implementation. And a big part of knowledge mobilization is connecting with community, and that's what we're doing here today. The more we hear from community and understand what their needs are, the more we can help and direct our research.
This conference showcased a wide variety of speakers discussing the importance of not only the prevention of injury and disability in the workplace. Presenters also spoke about stigma and the overall occupational health and safety, further demonstrating how regional knowledge transfer directly impacts our city and region as a whole.
Our panelists were from all kinds of different sectors in Thunder Bay and Northwestern Ontario. We also have representation from the Ministry of Labour, Immigration, Training and Skills Development. And so yeah, we're happy to have a really diverse group of voices.
Officials say the main goal of this particular field of research is to aid workers and give voices that aren't traditionally heard a chance to speak about their needs. Project Coordinator Claudia Chahosky with EPID says their team is actively recruiting local businesses as the majority of existing research focuses on large metropolitan areas, which can be difficult to relate to a smaller city like Thunder Bay.
So we experience a lot of unique challenges that other workplaces don't experience. So, a lot of the kind of current literature sometimes doesn't apply to our situations.
Apart from community-based or driven research, we also do a lot of collaboration with researchers, academia people, and then also community people, which involves a lot of exchange of ideas and also developing our study and making them much better for the communities, so it serves them the way it's supposed to be.
EPID is striving to make sure workplaces are healthy and safe for their employees. Anyone interested in finding additional information about EPID at work can find it on the LU website. Jaden Billick, TBT News.
Meanwhile, Lakehead University is looking for its next dean for the law school. LU has hired an executive search team to find suitable candidates to lead the Boralaskan Faculty of Law. After the 5-year term for the previous dean, Eula Hughes recently expired. Hughes was hired for the role in 2019, becoming the law school's third dean. In a statement, the university thanked Hughes for her contributions. They say they look forward to securing the next leader who will carry on the good work done by Hughes to advance connections with external partners and Indigenous communities and continue the innovative mandate of the law school to ensure access to justice in the North for the North. Betsy Birmingham has taken on the role of interim dean of law. The job posting says applicants with lived experience as an Indigenous person will be a significant asset. Diversity is something to celebrate. As March of Dimes Canada says, cheers to inclusion. That was the theme of an event held this week to acknowledge National Disability Employment Month. 2 Thunder Bay businesses received special recognition for their success within the National Mentor Ability Canada project. The initiative partners job seekers who have a disability with local businesses in a non-committal, no-risk environment. This allows the job seekers a chance to check out new and interesting opportunities, while showing employers the wide array of skills an employee with a disability can bring to their business. The businesses featured at the event were Superior Inn and Dawson Trail Brewery. They were awarded certificates of recognition and shared with other businesses and organizations the positive outcomes they experienced through the project. March of Dimes Skills Development and Employment Manager Lisa Livingston talked about the importance of discussing the reality of embracing inclusion.
And a lot of times businesses think that hiring somebody who has a disability can be difficult or costly or time consuming. And so I think in an environment like this or an event like this where we can bring businesses together and we can actually have the businesses talking to the businesses so that they can find out their experience firsthand and hear about those positive outcomes and hear how easy it was and to hear the benefits that they have had from bringing diversity into their workforce.
Mayor Ken Boshkov was also in attendance. He officially proclaimed October as National Disability Employment Awareness Month within the city of Thunder Bay. Over to Queen's Park, where MPP Sol Mamakwa was questioning Ontario's mining minister this past week about the impact of aerial roadwork surveys on the moose hunt in remote First Nations. The NDP member for Kiewetinoong says the province should be stepping in to ensure the proponents of the planned roads into the Ring of Fire are consulting other First Nations.
Hunting is fundamental to the traditional ways of life. In Niskanaga First Nation, treaty rights are being violated by helicopters flying and landing on their homelands. This is happening without their consent. These choppers are scaring the moose away and disrupting the annual fall hunt. Will this government respect treaty rights and stop all activities related to the 2 Ring of Fire road projects until the end of the fall moose hunt?
Obviously, all of the activities around the Ring of Fire roads are being handled through the Indigenous communities through Martin Falls and Webequie. This government is committed to consultation. We have made that very clear, and to the point that the Indigenous communities are conducting the consultation with all the communities on those roads.
Back here in the city, Cinema 5 Skatepark has received over $13,000 from Jumpstart to launch a new adaptive skateboarding program for youths with disabilities. Along with the launch, the skatepark also introduced its new adaptive skateboard trainer. It's one of the first in Canada. Jessica Clement reports.
Cinema 5 Skatepark is making significant strides towards skateboarding accessibility as it launched a new program designed for youth with disabilities.
So the program is looking at adapting skateboarding for youth with disabilities. So making sure that we're including everyone into our skateboard programs and that it's accessible to anybody in the community. It includes 2 groups of youth. So we have our 9 and under group and then our 10 and over group that gets to participate for these 6 weeks.
Executive Director Vanessa Bowles says the program was funded by Jumpstart Charities with an over $13,000 grant. All adaptive equipment will be provided, and Bowles notes the program gives youth with varying abilities the opportunity to learn skateboarding skills, build confidence, and experience the fun of the sport. She says the need for similar programs in the community is great.
This time we went through junior inclusion for registration, which was really wonderful. They have a wide range of youth that they're already working with, and we filled this program up within 2 days. So again, when we did our autism club in the summertime, that program also filled up within a day. So there's definitely a need in the community for programs like this.
I think these kinds of programs are important for youth who wouldn't otherwise have these experiences and outlets on a social level and a mental level.
Treasurer Michelle Scott says the skate park has also introduced a new adaptive trainer, one of the first in Canada. It was built by Rob Ferguson from Rob Skateboard Academy, which is based out of the San Francisco Bay Area. He says the trainer helps make skateboarding accessible for youth with mobility and physical needs.
You'll step into our cage and you're fully harnessed up, and then with that we have bungees, and that will allow you and give you the proper tension to hold your bodies up. And then as it's holding your body up, we can adjust the tension to navigate any individual, whether they have zero balance whatsoever on the device, and then we can loosen that tension out to someone once they're starting to learn some of that tension and once they're starting to understand their board, to where they could then be releasing until they can navigate without it altogether.
The trainer will be available for anyone in the community to use for free, and Ferguson says there's no age limit for its use. Jessica Clement, TBT News.
Ghouls, witches, and Medusa could be seen at Fort William Historical Park this weekend as it brought back its Halloween Hoots event. Families spent the day celebrating the spooky season, wearing their favorite Halloween costumes and taking part in the various activities. At the fort, while trick-or-treating through Williamstown, attendees were also able to meet various characters play carnival games, go through spooky buildings, and participate in the Monster March costume parade. Interpretive specialist David Shepard says Halloween Hoot hasn't been held for a number of years. They're excited to bring it back.
This is a great time where it's still warm enough to get out and do things. People can be active. And we're gearing up for Halloween, which is just right around the corner. So we thought it'd be great to kind of have this environment where people can come in a safe environment to trick or treat, do some fun activities, and explore the grounds as well.
Halloween Hoot continues tomorrow from noon to 4 p.m. Tickets can be purchased online or at the gate.